So I had a wonderful experience today where at 1 o'clock I had a Zoom session with a bunch of people from the group who signed up to kind of just have a moment where they could express like what is going on for them right now and what has really been supporting them. And it was so special to actually see people's faces because on here, of course, people say hi in the comments, but it's different to actually like having a proper conversation where they can talk back to me and I can see their faces. So it was really nice to experience that. It wasn't like an advice giving thing. It wasn't a training. It wasn't anything like that. It was basically just a group sharing experience, which is very cathartic. So if you do want to join us, I plan to do it again next Friday, and yeah, you can come and see what it's all about. So one thing that was said during today's session really stuck with me. One of the people that was in there said that there are miracles that are going to come out of this situation, and he's waiting to see what those miracles are. And that really touched me because I thought, what is a miracle? Like, what does it mean to experience a miracle? I think a lot of us think that miracles are these like wondrous events that happen, once in a lifetime, and wow, it was a miracle. It feels like a holy moment type of thing. I remember reading when I first came across Gabby Bernstein, and she was talking about it from her book, The Universe Has Your Back. The Universe Has Your Back. And she spoke about the holy instant. And she said that basically any time you are heading down a path which doesn't feel very good, so like a path of resistance or a path of self-sabotage or a path of focusing on the negative or a path of kind of just like hitting your default setting and reconfirming that limiting inner story for yourself. Basically, any time you're heading in the direction of doing something that doesn't feel very good or that's not serving you, and you have the awareness that you're about to do that, and you manage to, she calls it the comeback rate, you manage to come back from that moment. You manage to like stop going that way. I call it the pivot. And you manage to pivot. And instead, you choose to go a way that is helpful. She calls that the holy instant. And she says that any time you come back into alignment with who you truly are, which is the spiritual being having a human experience and working with love, that is a miracle. And I love that concept because that means that we get to experience miracles every single day. And I would far rather think that I'm experiencing some, miraculous moments throughout my day than I have to wait like a whole lifetime just to experience one or two. So let me know, what does it mean for you, the word miracle? And if we go by the definition that she offers, which I must say I agree with, then what miraculous moments have you experienced today? I know for myself, like if I'm about to self-sabotage, then anytime I catch myself and I come back from that and I'm like, no, I'm not going to go down that road, I'm going to do this instead, then that feels like a miracle. And the more that you do that, the easier it gets to do it repeatedly. So I think it's wonderful just to focus on the good, to focus on what feels good, to focus on all the progress that we are making. Because we're making progress. And like someone else in the group today said, like she feels like she'll take one step forward and then, like is specifically in this lockdown. We'll wake up one day and have a good day and feel like she's taken a step forward, and then the next day she wakes up and it's like she's taken 10 steps back. And suddenly she's in this different place emotionally. And that's totally okay. A miracle would be coming back from that, finding a way to get out of that headspace or to go through that space and those emotions into a place that feels better and to feel like you're back ahead again. So be gentle with yourselves. We're going through a lot right now. I know some coaches are saying, well, you've got to put your big girl pants on and you've got to kind of buck up and that type of thing, and you got to get to work, and I do agree with that. If you are someone who works for yourself, like for me, for example, if I don't show up, I'm not have a business, so I absolutely have to show up if I want to have a successful business at the end of this. So I do believe that there is an element of kind of get on with it. However, what is going on at the moment is not normal circumstances. This is a traumatic collective experience, and it's bringing up all kinds of things for all of us. It's pushing old buttons that we didn't even remember were there. It's bringing old emotions up to the surface. This is traumatic in its own way. So if you have a day that feels really hard and you feel like it's all just a little bit too much right now, that is okay. If you need to get on with it because you got a business to run, then you know what, you allocate some time. Give yourself some time to fall apart, to feel the feelings, to have a cry, to binge eat whatever snacks you got left in the pantry, whatever works. Like, give yourself a moment to acknowledge how you feel and to sit with that. And then do whatever you need to do to bounce back, to pivot, to have a miraculous moment where you can shift things around, because you can always do that in any circumstances, but you have to be willing to do it. Okay. So honor how you feel, but don't set up camp and live there forever. Otherwise, you are going to not feel very good. Okay. And let me know, is that difficult? Is it easy? Is it just depends? Like, what is your experience of that? I would love to know. So let me know in the comments. If you feel a bit shy to share in the group, you can send me a DM. That's fine too. But either way, I would love to know, like, how does it feel for you at the moment in terms of coming back and pivoting from feeling not great to feeling good again? I think it's miraculous when you do that, and that's why I have called this video Miracles or Daily Miracles. I want to know what daily miracles are for you. There's other types of things that I also consider to be miraculous, and that would be synchronistic moments. Like yesterday, I was part of a coach supervision group, and there were two other coaches and my trainer who runs the group. And the other two coaches, the specific challenges that they were facing were both topics that had come up in meditations I've done this week. One was talking about inner child work, and we did an inner child meditation. And the other one was talking about being a coach and how she was discounting her clients' ability to find their own solution. And one of the basic core principles of coaching is that your client is creative, resourceful, and whole, which is a meditation I just ran that very day. And she was speaking about that principle and how she'd been discounting it. And it was so weird. I was like, oh my gosh, the timing of all of this is just feels quite holy. And for me, that's a miracle moment. It's almost like when the stars align and you're like, wow, I'm in the right place at the right time. It's incredible. Even today, like in the Zoom session, the challenges that people were voicing and acknowledging that they're facing at the moment. So I've been putting together like a group coaching program that I want to be offering out in the next month or two. And I've been like kind of going through what are the topics that need to come up in that group program. And some of the themes I've been playing around with were voiced today. It was what people are experiencing right now. And so I had such a miracle moment where I was like, wow, this is so affirming. Like exactly what I've been thinking is what these people are saying. And that just feels like such synchronicity to me. So I love to have these moments to like get goosebumps and go, ooh, we're in the right place. Everything is as it should be. It's good to focus on these moments. So I want to know from you, what miracles are you experiencing right now? Let me know, because I don't think it has to be a big miraculous event. I think it can be everyday things that just feel holy. They feel miraculous. So yeah, let me know. Okie dokie. If anyone has any questions or comments, just shout. Alright, sending you lots of love. Thanks for joining me. Bye guys.